Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today, let's talk about the month of February 2025, how different transits in this particular month will work for you as per your ascendant or the moon sign. So, something which is the talk of the town is the transit of Venus. So Venus going into state of exaltation for a very long period of time from I think the end of January to May. So we will have a separate analysis, a separate video for it because there's a catch. Venus will be with Rahu in Pisces. So we'll talk about that later. And what we're going to talk about today is Saturn, Sun, Mercury in Aquarius. We'll talk about this particular, stellium happening in Aquarius. We have retrograde Mars in Gemini. We have a full moon in Cancer. And also some insights of Rahu moving into the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapada as well. So let's get started, and do wait for the another video about Venus and Rahu. Let's get started. Let's see how these transits are working for you. For Aries, in the 11th house, there will be Sun, Saturn, and Mercury this month. And this month is definitely about a lot of dedication towards what you desire in life. Now, the Sun, Saturn being together, this may create some tension and fear regarding achievement of a certain goal. There is some tension, but you will definitely overcome that challenge. You will overcome that block as well, because that enmity of Sun and Saturn, it can be about a fear of failure. It could be about someone at the work front, an authority not so good towards you. So that situation itself creates fear in your heart. But this is a very strong house which talks about overcoming the problems, the challenges, fulfillment of what you want in life. And the Mercury's presence in this house is definitely helping you. Your intelligence, your problem solving skills, your communication, everything helps you to achieve the desired goal. Something might be delayed, but it is not denied here. And this is also a significant house with respect to friendships, people in your life, the social networking. So you may have some kind of struggle with people when it comes to compatibility, when it comes to communication. There can be jealousy. You can face enmity with someone because you already have Ketu in the 6th house in Virgo and the 6th Lord Mercury joining the Sun and Saturn in the 11th house. So maybe your mind is so stuck on a certain thing, which is like an obstacle or what someone has to say, that itself delays the success in your life at this particular time. So just continue with your dedication, your hard work, your passion. I think it will give you great results in a long run. And you have a full moon in the 4th house in Cancer. This is absolutely beautiful. I think that relief, that happiness you want comes from your own home, your house, your journey, what you personally like doing in life. It could be anything which makes you so happy. It could be connecting with your loved ones, your family, or maybe you are in your own zone, in your own house, your room, decorating everything. So I think the very essence of this month is your personal space and how happy you are in your personal space. What are you doing? Those small things which you do to find joy in life, that is the theme, because there's already a lot of work which comes from the 11th house. It could be even, it's just about keeping up with people. even if you forget about profession, keeping up with people, keeping up with people's expectations, there's a lot. And of course, Venus Rahu in the 12th house, we will talk about that in a different video. Rahu entering into Purva Bhadrapada and Jupiter in the second house. Major financial decisions are being made at this time. Some major transaction is being done, or you are trying to invest somewhere. But again, that needs to be done with caution. Ultimately, 12th house, it can surprise you with sudden growth, but a lot of money may get drained into many things. Again, that theme is about home, family, where the finances are being drained. So, yeah, a lot of care in how you use your wealth, how you use your resources. And Mars continues to be retrograde in the third house, Gemini. So, this is about, again, the speech, how you convey your message, how you communicate with others. This is something so important. It can lead to arguments. For Taurus, the very last phase of Jupiter in the first house in Taurus, and this is all about grooming yourself, grooming your life, and also on a very soul level, it is about to see relationships the way they are. I think that's why the Jupiter struggles in Taurus, because how the other people's values are and what your value is in relationships, it doesn't match. So you're trying to see things the way they are. You're trying to be practical in your relationships, in your connections, and some people are not liking it. There are some important lessons you are learning in love, in family, in friendships, because at the very same time, your first house ruler, Venus, goes into exaltation, but along with Rahu in the 11th house. So we will talk about this in a different video. But indeed, the month of February, even March, is about to see things clearly in relationships, in friendships. Are you giving a lot of yourself and you are being taken for granted, or you have a lot of expectations from people? So to have that reality check in connections and friendships, this is what is initiating for you from the month of February, and this lesson may go up to the month of May. Retrograde Mars in the third house in Gemini. Now, this can lead to some arguments at your home over finances, or maybe just, lack of understanding between two people. Maybe it's with siblings, maybe it's with even your mother. There's a full moon in the third house in Cancer. It will give you a great support, positivity to make good decisions this month. It will make you feel very happy with your decisions. Whatever you are doing, you will be so happy and excited about certain things in your life in this month. There's something which is so exciting, and it will be so much fun for you. It could be event, it could be meeting someone significant, it could be some kind of celebration you are doing. Now, Sun, Saturn, Mercury in the 10th house, all in Aquarius, where Sun is the lord of the 4th house. So it is making you focus more on the outside world. It could be the bond with the people at the work front, how you interact with them. It could be that because of your work, you're staying away from your home. You're not being able to focus enough towards your family, your home. So Sun shows that the major focus, the major attention, the major spotlight is the 10th house. And in that situation, the home is being not taken so seriously. It is not much impacting you right now. It's more of your profession. It's giving you this need to give yourself completely towards work, towards prove your worth. Maybe it's not about even work, you have to prove yourself that how good you are, or how amazing you are, how dedicated you are towards something. So it is about your reputation, which is very concerning this month. And in the career also, Sun, Saturn, Mercury in this particular house shows immense determination, dedication towards your path. You are on the right track. You are doing your best, but there's a lot of overwhelming feeling with Rahu in the 11th house, and then there is first Lord Venus, overwhelming feeling about gain, whether it will happen or not. Of course it will happen. The first Lord going into exaltation in the 11th house, it is going to happen. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to grow in life, because Venus Rahu is this energy of over expectations. I want to feel happy, I want to feel fulfilled, but very quickly. And the 10th house is saying, okay, hey, wait, things are under process. So that contrasting energy you may witness this month. For Gemini, you have retrograde Mars in the first house this month. And yeah, you can be a little angry bird in the month of February. So be very careful of what you speak. I'm not saying you should not argue, you should not say what you feel, you should take your stand. But yeah, that boundary is very important, how you convey what you want to, because it's going to spread like fire, whatever argument or conflict you may are going through. So you have to be very careful of your speech and how you talk to other people. Full moon in the second house in Cancer, it will give you financial expansion. Though Mars is the 11th lord in the first house, sometimes you may worry about your wealth, that I'm not having enough stability. But even if there is a loss or a major expenditure, it will be recompensated. You will grow your finances very nicely. And the moon gives the assurity of financial growth, prosperity, and also investing your money into your home, into your family life, into luxury as well. So moon gives that fulfillment, happiness, prosperity, luxury in the second house. We have Sun, Saturn, Mercury in the ninth house, which shows a journey which can be very intense. It could be a long-term journey. It could be there are some challenges you may face while traveling. This could also be that there is a delay in a particular journey you want to take. It could also impact the well-being of someone elder or a father figure, because Sun Saturn in the ninth house creates that challenge. And the ninth house is also about the great opportunities you attract in life. So this is about waiting for the right opportunity. You're looking for something. Maybe you're looking for a job. Maybe you're looking for a promotion. Maybe you're looking for a new, I would say, a new work in the foreign lands. Or you're just sitting and waiting for that right time when things will change because you have done your part. So Sun Saturn here shows that you will meet good opportunities. Even Mercury brings that luck to you. But how wisely you utilize a certain opportunity, there is some patience which is required to first understand things and then go further. And I think same thing, I see this with respect to love and friendships, that some people may come back to you, the people who might have hurted you. And then you have to proceed with caution. You cannot let them in your life. And there is a reason why these people are not anymore in your life, because you have already learned your lesson. You don't have to allow them back into your life. Sun, Saturn, Mercury in the ninth house in Aquarius talks about the hard lessons learned in the past. It's time to tap into the wisdom and what you have learned, recall it, and use it. And that way, you will open a new door in life. Either you are stuck in that very same door, or either you use your wisdom and you move forward. So it's a time when you have to apply what you have learned till now in life, whether it's professionally, whether it's the wisdom you have attained with respect to people, with respect to society. And of course, we have Venus Rahu in the 10th house in Pisces, Rahu moving into Purva Bhadrapada, and Jupiter in the 12th house. This could be about some very big opportunity coming up for you. Like it aligns with your potential because Venus rules over your potential. Or you working so amazingly, like you're utilizing your full potential at this time. So, yeah, this is going to be helpful, and further, we will talk about this in the very next video. For Cancer, you have a full moon in the first house, a full moon in Cancer, which is going to be a bliss. It is going to bless you with a lot of happiness and the sense of fulfillment. There's completion. There's one thing which completes, one task gets completed in this particular month, and you'll be very happy about your potential, about your work, about who you truly are, the very essence of you. It's so great. You'll feel that. And the challenge is the retrograde Mars in Gemini in the 12th house because it shows a constant irritation. It shows constant challenge in the mind where you're unable to say what you want. You don't want to express that anger. You don't want to express something which is constantly bothering you because you feel it will further make things very messy in life. So you are holding on to something. You're not expressing it in this particular month, which is a good thing, but also you must focus on such activities which helps to release some anger which you may have right now deep within, or it could be just some nervous tension you're going through. So yeah, exercising or anything which is about finding joy, finding peace, it's important for you to do right now. A lot happening in your eighth house. Saturn, Sun, Mercury, all in Aquarius. And Sun in your chart is the second lord, Saturn is the eighth lord. So this is about, very concerned about someone's well-being. Maybe it could be someone elder, or concerned about the resources of family or any kind of joint asset you have with a particular person, or maybe in a partnership, or maybe with a family member. There is some tug of war like situation with respect to money, with respect to maybe a major decision which needs to be made in the near future. So that is a challenge. And also, the eighth house transits are showing a time to really relax. No matter how much work you have, there is this need of surrender, let things flow, like how life is going, just let it be. You're doing your very well, because eighth house is something which is so out of control house. You get this overwhelming feeling, you have a lot to do, there's a lot of work, a lot of responsibilities, feeling overwhelmed, and because of that you can't do anything properly. So this is about taking some rest, not focusing on what others are thinking of you, and also lower down the expectations you have with your very own self, because you may feel very pressurized, and you have so much of responsibilities, I can see, with this house, and health needs a lot of care. In the ninth house, there will be Venus Rahu in Pisces. We will talk about this in a different video, but a general idea, okay, Venus is ruling over the fourth house, and then there is Rahu here. So it is about moving away from home because of a very wonderful opportunity which will enhance your finances And also, it is about meeting some people who are very influential, and you learn a lot from them, which can help you to uplift financially. So there is some good opportunity for you, and mainly it is connected to far distant lands, far distant places, and this will enhance the living as well. For Leo, the month of February is about your dedication towards your partnerships, your commitments, how you're working along with people. This is the major theme because the first Lord Sun is with Saturn, the seventh Lord. And then there is Mercury, which is about the gains. It rules the 11th house. It also rules over the second house of family. So, major dedication towards your people, towards your partnerships, taking up responsibilities. Sun Saturn is the very energy of your identity versus what the world wants you to be. And this is what is happening. Trying to follow your path, what is good for you, what you truly like to achieve in life, and also trying to be a version what others expect you to be. So that conflict is there. But if you are someone who is at a very higher designation at work, maybe you're in the government service, I think you will gain from this particular transit your power, your designation. That impact is so amazing, it's so strong. People will be amazed to see you. So, on one hand, of course, there are people who are disappointed by you. Of course, you are also disappointed by some people. But there are also areas of life where you feel very successful, especially the work, especially how you influence the world with your work. So that is a success. And any kind of contract where finances are being shared, that is troublesome because you also have Venus Rahu in the eighth house in Pisces. So the wealth you have accumulated, the wealth you may be even sharing with someone, it may lead to some possibilities of misunderstanding. It is deeply impacting the relationships as well. What is the gift of Venus here? We'll talk about this in the later video because the exaltation of Venus in the eighth house will also it will bring its share of gifts as well. So yeah, Venus Rahu being in the eighth house, it is about over expectations in love, over depending on someone with respect to love. But also you will realize what true love is, what path you must take in order to have better relationships. And we have a full moon in the 12th house in Cancer. So again, it shows a period of self reflection. It shows a month where you will find a beautiful clarity about your life, like some answer you will get. The connection with divine is so deep and beautiful here because the signals are very clear. So you will see some answer coming into your life, a lot of clarity and healing, mental healing as well. For Virgo, this month you have 12th and 6th Lord together in the 6th house. And this is about, of course, facing some challenges at work, overwhelmed by duties and responsibilities, but also since the 12th and the 6th Lord are in the 6th house, this is about overcoming biggest obstacles and challenges in your life. You're overcoming a very big thing. You'll be victorious with this placement. And you also have Mercury, which is the first and the 10th Lord in the 6th house. So this is a month which is about a lot of work, a lot of dedication towards your workplace, working for long hours, and you have to take care of your health as well. It could also be that you are given some kind of a new responsibility, a new duty. So it is going to be challenging because there's a lot to be done. And on the other hand, it could be also about responsibilities towards the family, towards your very own people. So, yeah, this month is really very busy, but the blessing is overcoming any major challenge which was bothering you from a very long time because of your dedication, because of your willpower. You are overcoming that challenge. You have Mars retrograde in the 10th house in Gemini. So it is about sometimes feeling a bit clueless what to do first, how to complete something first, and then move on to the other work or other project or other thing in your life. Full moon in 11th house, which is the assurity, full moon in Cancer here, that every dream, every task will be fulfilled. 11th house is about fulfillment of a wish, a desire. So something in your life really makes you happy here. Presence of good friends, presence of a very nourishing, caring figure. So there is some support emotionally you will get, and it will make you very happy. The seventh house is occupied by Venus Rahu for a very long time from now to the month of May. We will talk about this in a different video, but let's see some insights how this is going to work for you. Venus rules over family, it rules over your finances, it rules over the ninth house of opportunities, and of course, your spiritual journey. So, Venus Rahu here brings a very dedicated path to understanding of your spiritual journey. Like a fog needs to be lifted in your relationships, in your family life, the way you share your love and the give and take you have with people. You will see them for real. A fog needs to be uplifted. I think this is what you are doing the most in your relationships. You will get popularity for your work. You will be given reward for what you have done till now, financially, and also the fame as well. But relationships where we function with passion, we function with intense emotions, but they're not so great for you. Some connections are not so great for you. I think that needs to be seen here. So clarity in relationships, this is what is the theme for Venus Rahu. I'm not getting blinded in emotions. For Libra, the first house ruler, Venus, will be with Rahu in the sixth house this month, though we will do a different video for it. But let me give you some insights about this placement. So, Venus with Rahu, Venus is not just the first lord, but also the eighth lord in the sixth house. This is about a very important requirement to look towards your well being, to look towards your health. It is very important to look into what you are using in everyday life, the food you eat, the medicines you're taking, what you use to groom yourself, the aesthetics of life, or anything which makes you super, super happy. But behind the scenes, there is something which may harm you as well. So, focusing on your habits, focusing on your lifestyle, maybe certain addictions, maybe certain things which really give you a lot of pleasure and happiness, but on long run, they are not great for you. They are ruining your well being, your health, maybe relationships which are ruining your health. So, overcoming those battles, overcoming those challenges is what you're going to see, and more courage is there, more love is there for your very own self. You have to put end to something which is not so great, and it is about a connection, it is about significant people in your life. And you also overcome some kind of a self limitation you created for yourself. So for Libra, in the fifth house, there is Saturn, Sun, Mercury in Aquarius, where the 11th and the 5th Lord are together. So if you have children, a lot of dedication towards their path, towards their career, their education, funding their education. So some major chunk of finance goes into in that care. And also there is some major investment you are doing at this time. So your finances are being going into that particular direction. It is also about romance, it is also about friendships, this particular axis. So again, it shows someone from the past, someone you knew is coming back in your life. It could be friends, it could be colleagues, it could be anyone significant. But again, caution. Sun Saturn means caution, it's a lesson. So you have to see uh, how you're allowing people back in your life. And romantically, if you are in a connection, you're seeing someone, I think these planets will help you to know the reality of the other person, what is the intention of the other person. And you have a full moon in the 10th house in Cancer. There is some great accomplishment, fulfillment at work. Initially, you might be very nervous about it, but you will accomplish it. You will be successful in that particular work. Or maybe even it's not your profession. You want to take care of yourself. You want to be happy. You want to keep everything updated in your place, in your house. That balance is there. You will do very good in your personal journey as well. Very dedicated to what you want. 10th house is actions. Fourth house is about comfort and security, but when moon enters into domain of 10th house, it's about taking actions to make things better. So action oriented work towards life, towards your goals is what is happening for you. For Scorpio, the first house ruler, Mars, will go retrograde in the eighth house in Gemini. Not a very good time to say what you want, even if it's the truth. Even if it's the truth. The truth may attack people, the truth may create a block for you. So, eighth house is about something which is very sudden. It's about a sudden episode of anger. It's about sudden episode of argument, which may keep you rattled for a very long time. So, taking care of your mind, your emotions, your thought process is something significant. You have a full moon, and also you have to take care of your health because Mars shows your health. Sixth Lord in the eighth house in Gemini. And moon in the ninth house, a full moon in Cancer, which is bringing a wonderful opportunity in your life, luck in your life, completion of a project. Moon shows support. This is the house of Guru. So, someone who is very loving, supportive towards you. You will be blessed by someone's presence at this particular time. Moon shows travel, which will bring happiness and gain for you. In the fourth house, there is Saturn, Sun, Mercury, and the fourth and the 10th Lord are together in the fourth house. Some major decision with respect to your house, your home. It could be about finances, it could be about purchasing a land or selling a land, it could be about purchasing a vehicle. So, something about your assets, a major decision is being made at this time. Or it could be about moving into a new house, moving into a different country, or simply you're not going anywhere, but the home, the family, the people, you have certain responsibilities, and somehow you are finding it hard to balance between home and work. The responsibilities towards these two aspects of life, managing the fourth and 10th house axis, taking care of parents or taking care of your home and your workplace responsibilities. So, stuck in that place, this is something which is problematic. But Sun Saturn in the fourth house also shows that, especially if you are on a very higher position, you are someone who is having a lot of reputation at the work front, your impact increases. You are impacting people in a great manner, and you may have this task of taking a major decision as well. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Venus Rahu in the fifth house. Of course, we will do a different video on this, but Venus Rahu in the fifth house, Venus undergoing exaltation. This is about juggling between certain relationships. Maybe for a lot of people, it is about being stuck with someone who you have right now in your life, and also someone coming back from the past romantically. So there's a duality in relationships. Venus rules the seventh house, dealing with uh, uncertainty in love, dealing with two people, and not having enough clarity. Though the Venus is exaltated here, so this is about overcoming this challenge, overcoming and understanding who is good for you and who is not. And I think the same thing applies in your friendships as well. People looking for something good from you, like they see the good in you, but is it that they will respect you or not? This is something where you have to take care. For Sagittarius, the first house ruler, Jupiter in the sixth house, and it's the very last phase when Jupiter is here. Soon it will go into Gemini. So, this is a preparation of overcoming a certain block in your life. Whether it's financial, whether it's a relationship, the very last phase of dealing with that challenge. And then you are moving ahead, and your reach increases towards the world. Like something is limiting you to extend your reach to the world, whether it's financially, whether it's making new bonds with people, new partnerships in life. There's something which blocks you. Maybe it's health issue. So the very last phase, which is about healing, because where your Jupiter is placed, Taurus, right? Venus is ruling that house, and Venus soon going into exaltation. So there is a shift, there is some change which will help you to overcome that challenge. Now, you have Saturn, Sun, Mercury in the third house in Aquarius. So the third and the ninth lord are together in the third house. This is about giving value, giving enough faith into the work you are doing. You may feel sometimes nervous, especially in your work, in your enterprise, or general decisions of life. The action you take, the effort you take, you feel nervous. There are times in this month you may have to go in a different path. You have to absolutely take a different step from others. On one hand, you will see, okay, others are doing the same thing, but you are taking a different path, you're taking a different action, and you'll be so nervous what to do. Am I on the right path or not? Doubting your decisions, your actions. But there is indeed success. There is initial challenge, hesitation, doubt, but you succeed. And this could also be about travel. The traveling period is extended because of some change in the workplace, or moving into a different office, into a different place. The commute, the daily commute is challenging for you. And the same thing goes with respect to the communication. Especially, it shows the workplace and also your bond with your siblings or family members, that you feel a bit misunderstood. There is difference in how they express what they want, and there's difference in how you express yourself. So there are commitments here, there are responsibilities here to help other people at the work front. You have to guide them, probably. So that is a lot of hard work you see in this particular month. Mars retrograde in Gemini in the seventh house. Mars is the 12th lord, it is the fifth lord. So it is going to give some communication challenges with your partner, with a loved one, a loving person in your life, or it's a partnership. So difference again in the ideas and the thought process is there. So Mars leads to that friction. And there's a full moon in Cancer in the eighth house. So this is about a break you may have this month. You need this emotional and mental break. So moon gives you that very own space, that very own time to relax, to be happy, to be away from people, to have your very own time, to have very own company. That is so significant. And moon brings sudden success, sudden opportunity for you, something very good, and it happens in a very sudden manner. We'll talk about Venus Rahu more in our next video, so stay tuned for that. For Capricorn, the first house ruler, the second house ruler, Saturn, is along with the eighth lord Sun. So this axis of second and the eighth house is very activated. This is about some kind of a financial expenditure, commitment towards the family. Sudden expenditure may come to you. And also, there's a blessing here which comes from Mercury being the ninth lord in the second house. It shows that even if you are spending your finances on something, it brings the opportunity of growth, it brings the opportunity of sudden expansion in the finances. It enhances the finances. It gives you the opportunity that okay, here you have the potential to enhance your wealth. I will give you this opportunity. And Mercury enhances your ideas as well, your thought process as well. Maybe some kind of a major work project, and you have to do a lot of work towards it, mental work, new ideas, thoughts, planning. So Mercury will assist you in that. Your unique ideas will give you a lot of success. But there's a major tiff with someone in the family, which is creating struggles for you. Full moon in Cancer in the seventh house, wonderful opportunities coming through moon. There is popularity, there is support from people. People are very impressed by your work, by your appearance, by how you do your work. There is appreciation which will uplift you. Loved by people in community, loved by the people who look up to you every single day. So moon shows that the outer world will see the good in you, the potential in you. And Venus Rahu in the third house in Pisces, though we will talk about this in the different video, but let's have a quick understanding of how it will work. So Venus Rahu in the third house in sign of Pisces, and Jupiter is in the fifth house. So Venus Jupiter, they are exchanging the signs. This works two ways. First is it enhances your creative potential. You are given this access to the wonderful potential and the skill set you carry, and you express it beautifully, you use it beautifully, it enhances your finances. On the other hand, since this is Venus and Jupiter, and we know that they don't go well together, Venus exaltation brings the potential of love into your life. And it's not just one person, but many people, like they hold the potential of love and a stable relationship in the future. But you have to give time, that understanding, because Rahu is at its full play. That understanding of mind, understanding of one's emotions is so important. Rahu can lead to rash decisions, quick decisions, and then one regrets in love. So that understanding, because Rahu may bring some connections which are not very near to you, they are very far away from you. So the distance may also create challenges in the love life. So, yes, we will talk more about this. And in the sixth house, there is retrograde Mars in Gemini. Take care of your health. Inflammation related to the ENT system, or maybe gastric issues may happen. For Aquarius, you have Sun, Saturn, Mercury in the first house, where the first and the seventh lord are together in the first house. So, this first and seventh house axis is very active and it demands great attention. So, having the seventh lord in the first house, I think people, it's a dual thing. People are very drawn towards you, they're very drawn towards your philosophy, the kind of work you do, but also like they want the good from you, but also they are jealous at the very same time. Like you may initially feel, oh, I'm being respected, but it's not something very permanent, because we know about the Sun and Saturn enmity. So they're very influenced by you, they see the good in you, but somehow they are jealous that you're very good. So you may face jealousy. Also, you have a full moon in the sixth house, which is about enemies, challenges, overcoming the challenges as well. So you have some enmity this month, but you will overcome that enmity. The bond with the mother may go through some challenges this month, arguments with the mother like figure, and you may also feel a burden of responsibilities, highly burdened, maybe because of the work and also the partnership, the partner you have, the marriage partner or the business partner. So you're finding it difficult to balance between what you want to do in life, the commitments you have towards work, the other people in life, and the commitment you have towards the seventh house. And that is the partner, that is the business partner, someone who is so significant for you. So the contracts, the partnerships, you feel burdened in those aspects. And somehow you feel that you have a path to follow, but the commitments are blocking you a lot. This is a month about a lot of physical exhaustion, being tired and fatigued because of work, because of the commitments you have. But the Saturn and the Mercury assures success. The work you are doing, the first and the fifth lord together in the first house, it will be rewarding. You're preparing for something great. And we have Venus Rahu in the second house, though we will talk about this in a different video. But let's see some insights about Venus Rahu in Pisces. So Venus rules the ninth house and the fourth house for you. It is the Yoga Karaka, and then it is with Rahu, so it is leading to success in finances. Venus brings opportunities which will give you exponential financial growth, and further, it will help you to fulfill certain commitments towards your family with respect to money, with respect to the finances. You have to pay ahead. It could be your house, it could be any kind of even financial debt. But Venus Rahu, again, materially, it helps you to grow, but the values in love, the values in relationships, that is something which is challenged. Rahu creates that illusion. Rahu is about also, getting rid of certain addictions, which is connected to food, connected to what you eat. And also again the face value, when it comes to love, going on the face value, what the other person is showing, You have to see through that. Let's talk about Pisces. So, Pisces, you will be having Venus Rahu in the first house, in, of course, Pisces. So, we will talk about this in a different video, which will be uploaded very soon. But let's discuss few points about Venus Rahu. Well, it is a time period when you'll be very open to, love. You're very open to have people in your life. It's like a sudden opening of your heart, but also it leads to, because this is you, first house is you, so you being very dependent or may have a lot of expectations from the people around you, because this creates a deep desire to be comforted and loved, and this placement gives you this opportunity of wonderful people in your life. But again, uh, you have to see the ground reality. If Venus Rahu in the first house, then the Ketu in the seventh house, showing you the ground reality. And you have Saturn, Sun, Mercury in the 12th house, which is about a lot of work pressure, where you're not having enough time to sleep or to rest. Saturn Sun shows certain commitments which are keeping you busy, which are keeping you awake at night, maybe planning for something big for the future. So it doesn't allow you to be in this rest like situation. You're not having that time to rest. This restlessness which comes from Sun and Saturn, and also the well-being is impacted because of, again, the sleep being impacted. Saturn Sun also shows that maybe you have to take up a long distance journey because of your work commitments. Or again, there is something you want to complete. A completion is what is so important for you with respect to your work. So you're working day and night towards that work project. Mercury is the fourth lord in the 12th house, seventh lord in the 12th house. So Mercury in the 12th house shows that, because it rules over your connections and your happiness both. It shows taking your thoughts away from the people, from everything which is bothering you right now. You need some isolation to focus on your future, to focus on your present and future. Time to discuss and understand what you truly want in life, how you see yourself in the future. So, time to isolate yourself, have some mental peace and rest to see what you truly want in your journey, because maybe there's overlapping happening right now in your life, too many things you're doing at one point of time, and there's lack of clarity where you are going. And Venus, of course, enhances the need to be loved, a very deep desire to be loved, because it rules the eighth house. So deepest desires, deepest thoughts coming up to surface, and you're chasing everything with passion, your goals, whatever you want in life. But the very theme of Venus is to ignite, to enhance the potential of loving yourself first, and to see people for who they are. So, of course, we will talk about this in the next video. And then the moon in the fifth house, it's a full moon in the fifth house, which is about happiness, which is about celebration, meeting friends who are very special to you, meeting special people, and the happiness you get from them is absolutely amazing. And working to your fullest potential, that is the gift of moon.